Hi, my loves. This is Isabella Sanfilippo coming at you from WCHS, and you're listening to the I Love You podcast. Over the summer, I had wrote a few scripts, and this was one of them. I thought it'd be interesting to revisit this topic and see if I had a new perspective. So without further ado, today's topic is FOMO, also known as the fear of missing out. FOMO wasn't something that I struggled with a lot growing up, and I feel like I've always been a march to the beat of my own drum kind of person. As a kid, I definitely did care what people thought of me, but it was people I was close with, like my family or my friends, and I was never popular or cool, so I just never really cared about what the popular kids thought, or I didn't feel the need to be cool. But going into high school, I came in with the mindset that I wanted to be friends with everybody and be well-liked. And I don't think that's a bad thing because, if we're being honest, I feel like everybody wants to be well-liked. But then if I didn't get invited to something, I would just get in my head about it and I would start thinking, oh my gosh, they hate me. When in reality, it was just that I wasn't really as close with those people. As Queen Taylor Swift says, a friend to all is a friend to none. And I don't think that's in a bad way. But if you spread yourself too thin and you give your energy to everybody, you won't have enough energy left to make close connections with people or put a lot of effort into becoming really good friends. And even while I was growing up, I kind of had the mindset of being kind and friendly towards everyone because that's just the way my parents raised me. They raised me to talk to everyone and be as friendly and nice as possible and to only always say kind things. So by doing that, I never really joined established friend groups. And I've always just kind of floated around. And I really like that I get to float, and I love getting to go up to everybody and talk to them and being like, oh, hey, how was that test second period? Or what did we do in fourth period today? Or have inside jokes or just joke around or just really whatever. I just love talking to people and hearing what everyone has to say. But something to note is that you change. Feelings change. High school is quite literally the time of change. And lots of people use this time to find themselves. So when I suddenly started caring about not getting invited to things or seeing people hang out online, it hit me hard and I was kind of shocked about this change and that I was feeling this way. And FOMO is literally a disease. It's actually awful, but it's not only the feeling, but it's also the mental state it puts you in. Because then you start thinking, oh my gosh, what if they secretly hate me? Have I been mean to them? Why wouldn't they like me? Did I say something wrong? Did they take something I said the wrong way? But in reality, it's not like that. And after going through encounters with people and concluding that you haven't been mean to them, there's really nothing that you can do. If you replay it back in your mind and you think that maybe they took something you said the wrong way, you could always apologize, but we can't force people to want to hang out with us. And I think that true friendship is when you both put in the same amount of effort to keep the relationship alive. It's someone that you can laugh with, experience life with, tell your secrets to. It's someone you trust and someone who will reach out when they're having a get-together. I've learned that if people don't want you there, then you don't really need to be there. And if you were there, a question we have to ask ourselves is, would it be fun, or would it even be worth it? If you try really hard and obtain that invite and then go to the party, can you honestly say that you had fun? Is all the work just to get invited really worth it? And after realizing this, I had to take a step back and reassess how I felt when I haven't been invited to things. Obviously, it hurt, but it came to the conclusion that maybe it's for the better. If they don't want me there, then I don't need to be there. It just makes the times when you hang out with the people who appreciate you being there even more special. Something I also wanted to bring up is the age of social media. Everything is posted online. Whether it's private stories, Instagram, TikTok, etc., you can see when people are hanging out without you, and this makes the FOMO hit 100 times worse. But if you come to the conclusion after seeing these things and after reassessing and assessing and just going through it in your mind and you decide that you need to be there, I think that having a conversation with whoever's hosting the get-together or the people in the friend group you want to join could be a good start. If you express to them that you want to get to know them better or ask why you weren't invited to something, it could grant peace of mind. It could also be a good form of character building. If you have an open and honest conversation, you could learn some things about yourself that you might need to work on. I think that constructive criticism is so valuable, but it's not to get confused with regular criticism. Criticizing someone with the intention to hurt and not help is just flat out unnecessary. It all depends on the situation, and each one can be drastically different from the next. It's your life, and you have to go down a path that will benefit you. And that's going to be difficult because it's not cookie cutter. FOMO is something that we will all go through at one point or another. It could be that you just couldn't go that day, and then everyone's talking about how much fun it was, and then they came up with new inside jokes, and you start to feel a little left out. But when that happens, we have to remember that not being able to attend one thing isn't the end all be all. There are going to be so many other opportunities for memories and laughs and inside jokes. FOMO is very hard to overcome, but personally, it is a feeling that I do not ever want to have. It's stressful and annoying, and in a lot of cases, unnecessary. I can't say that I've completely overcome FOMO, but I'm working on it, and that's all we can do. To quote a wise geometry teacher I had in 8th grade, persistence is key. Thank you, Mr. Semino. And that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any episode ideas, I would love to hear from you. But yeah, that's really it. I'm your host, Isabella Sanfilippo, and remember, I love you.